Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Handoff from the gun. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. Hit as he throws. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass, trying to get to it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Terrapins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense set on first down. Back to pass, it's Carter. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On second down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Catch in the middle, it's Wynn. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man, listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They're going back to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Oh, he wants it all. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Hokies. What a catch and run for 6. After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. To the air, it's Carter. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On second down, looking again to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it's caught inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Quarterback keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Terrapins! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And how about the job blocking by the wide receivers? If you're going to play receiver in this offense, you can't only want to catch the ball, you've got to be willing to block. They did a great job there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Paul. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Carter. They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Hokies want to pick up the tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Getting some heat. Lets it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
With the catch, it's Wiggins. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Hokies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Carter. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 3. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. Pressure coming. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground. And a 4th down sack stops this drive cold.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch down the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Maryland! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ranked teams having at it this week, and take a look at what's going down. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 27 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass, it's Carter. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Feeling some heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught near the sticks. It's Wynn. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks one deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for the defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll go to the fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll try to get outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
3rd down coming up.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish dry.
And that pass is intercepted.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Give to the fullback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Hand off to the fullback. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally. Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.